Good morning, students. So today we are going to begin with the third and the last chapter of first term. We have completed 2 chapters, and a third chapter is natural resources. And you must have read about this many times in geography and some topics in biology also. So it is easy for you to understand. So first of all, we are coming to the meaning of natural resources. So as the name suggests, natural resources means something coming out of nature. All right. So all the matter or energy that is derived from environment, that we get from environment, that is either we get it from air, water, soil, minerals, plants and wildlife. These are all known as natural resources, and it is used by living things, including humans and all the wildlife. All right, these natural resources are not only used by human beings but also wildlife and plants. Now, coming to classification of natural resources, broadly, natural resources are divided into 2 categories on the basis of renewability and on the basis of origin. So, on the basis of renewability, there are 2 types of resources: renewable and non renewable resources. So, if you are asked a question that divide the natural resources on the basis of renewability, you will write these two. If you are asked about the major distinctions of natural resources, you will write these two. So, coming to renewable and non renewable resources, all those resources that are regularly replenished through natural process, they are known as renewable resources. Means they regularly are available in the nature in a good quantity, indefinitely they can last. For example, water, forests, sunlight, wind. So these all they renew themselves very quickly and are available in infinite quantity, as you all know. Coming to non-renewable resources, the resources which are available in the earth, on the earth, in very fixed amount, all right, and they take millions of years to renew themselves. Those are known as non-renewable resources, including fossil fuels such as coal, natural gas, petroleum. So these things, they take millions of years to replenish or to renew themselves, and that is why we are always told to use the non-renewable resources very carefully. All right, students. So that is the main difference between renewable and non-renewable resources. These are renewed easily and quickly, and they are available indefinitely. All right. But non-renewable resources, they are present in a very limited quantity, and they take millions of years to replenish or renew themselves. Now coming to the next classification, that is on the basis of origin. So there are 2 types of natural resources: biotic and abiotic. Biotic means all those resources which are living in nature, such as forests, agriculture, wildlife, fish, etc. All right, and all the non-living natural resources, they are known as abiotic resources, such as land, water, minerals, etc. All right, now we are going to read about certain important or major natural resources. So the first natural resource that we are going to read about is air. Air is a mixture of various gases, and every human being, every animal, every plant needs air. Without air, we cannot breathe. When air is moving or is in motion, it is known as wind, and it is a very important resource on earth. So we are going to read about the composition of air. In air, oxygen constitutes 20.95%, nitrogen 78.11%, and rest of the gases, which include argon and carbon dioxide, they constitute 0.94%. Besides these gases, air also contains dust, water vapor, pollen seeds, and bacteria, etc. All right, students. So this is the composition of air. So if you're asked to write the short note on air, you have to write the meaning as well as the composition. Coming to importance of air means why is air important for human beings, animals, plants. So first of all, without air we cannot survive, we cannot live. It helps to keep us alive because in air only we have oxygen, we have carbon dioxide, all the things that are needed for us to survive. Second is carbon dioxide that is present in air. It is important for plants to make food. Then air also protects us from the harmful rays of the sun. It traps the sun's heat, which keeps the Earth's atmosphere warm. Then air also helps in generating power through the help of windmills. You must have seen windmills. So with the help of air, they generate power. And it also helps in moving sailboats and ships. Besides this, air also helps us to hear because sound waves travel only through air. So these are certain points of importance of air. Next natural resource that we are going to read about today is water. So nearly 71% of the Earth's surface is covered with water. And out of that 71%, 97% of total water is salty. Means we cannot drink 97% of water available on Earth. Alright? Only 3% is water that is usable in the form of drinking or for other purposes. And it is found in glaciers, rivers, lakes, streams, ponds, underground, and in the atmosphere. That is why we should be very careful while using water. Water resources are mainly used for three main purposes. These are the uses of water or the importance of water. So these three purposes are irrigation, industrial purpose, and domestic purpose. All right. So first of all, coming to irrigation. Irrigation involves agriculture. So irrigation is the major consumer of water. Major consumer of water means maximum water is utilized in irrigation, because without irrigation, farming is not possible and a lot of water is used in irrigation. Then for domestic use means for our personal use. So we use water in washing, bathing, cleaning, drinking, etc. So these are known as domestic uses, means how a human being is using water for their personal use. Besides that, water is also important for our body because our body can properly function with the help of water only. Next, coming to water for industrial use. So it is not necessary that water is only utilized for irrigation purpose and domestic purpose. But in industries, especially the chemical industries, water is used as a major solvent. All right. So that is why water holds a lot of importance in industries as well. The third resource that we are going to read today is soil. Soil, as you all know, is the uppermost layer of Earth's crust. It is the layer on which plants grow. And the word soil has been derived from the Latin word solium, which means upper crust of the earth. All right. So it is a collection of natural bodies on Earth's surface. Or it is the uppermost layer and it is a collection of natural bodies, means it contains living organisms as well as non-living organisms. Soil is formed by the decomposition of rocks and minerals. This you must have read in geography, that when big rocks, they break up into small particles, and minerals, they break up, they form soil. And this process, whole process of decomposition is known as weathering. Now coming to the importance or the uses of soil. First is soil supports all living beings on land. How does it support? Because all the vegetables, plants, wood, they all grow on soil only. So we get our living support from soil. All right. And all the agriculture depends upon the fertility of soil. Second is importance of soil for farmers. Farmers, they do agriculture, and the whole of agriculture process depends, as I said earlier, depends upon the quality of soil. So productivity of agriculture product is directly linked with the fertility of soil. It helps plants to grow, and these plants are ultimately used by human beings and animals to survive. Then next is decomposition. Soil also contains in it bacteria. This is a very important point, and it helps in decomposition of organic matter. Sometimes you must have seen that certain animals, when they die and they are left on the land, after some time you will find that the body of that animal starts decomposing, means it starts mixing up with the soil. So how does it happen? It happens with the help of the bacteria that is available in the soil. All right, so that is an important function of soil. Moreover, soil also is a shelter for various soil organisms, and reservoirs of water, means soil has the capacity of holding water, and this water is ultimately provided to plants for their survival. Coming to different layers of soil. So mainly Earth is divided into three layers: the uppermost layer, middle layer, and the lowest layer. Uppermost layer of Earth is topsoil, which is rich in humus. Middle layer is known as the subsoil, and it contains minerals like iron oxide. Lowest layer of soil is sea horizon or bedrock. So in our country, almost 54% of land is used for agriculture. All right. And from agriculture only, we get all the things necessary for our survival. So you have read about 3 resources today, and all these 3 resources are very important for the survival of life on Earth. The next part of this chapter will be taken in the next video by the time you do the questions provided to you in the PDF.